Hello, I'm APX and welcome back to episode of my Minecraft Xbox Updated Adventures Let's Play. This is the Let's Play where I'm playing through the various updates that have come out for Minecraft on the Xbox and now the Minecraft Bedrock version, building stuff, killing stuff, and of course destroying stuff. And the reason I'm starting here today in my zombie farm, or it's meant to be a drowned farm, but as of 1.4 it doesn't quite work, is because I wanted to get some XP for what I wanted to do today, because I have some pretty ambitious plans regarding, 1.13, 1.5, whatever you want to call it, because in this update, one of the things you can do is you can enchant tridents, because obviously tridents exist, so you can enchant them, and one of the things you can do with enchanted tridents is get the channeling enchantment. So this is a pretty rare one to get, so it's not guaranteed or anything, but if we can get ourselves a channeling enchantment, which is my goal today, after maybe getting some good XP, then what I'll be able to do is finally, after all this time, get some of the rarest items in the game, because they're a little bit less right now, in the form of the skull heads, the mob heads, so a skeleton head, a creeper head, a zombie head. I want to get all of those heads if I can find me a channeling enchantment, so it's channeling trident, so it's going to be a little bit fun if you ask me, and hopefully you all enjoy the journey as we go through and do this. So, yeah, as always, the Let's Play is always fun, but I appreciate a like on it anyway, because it lets me know you want to keep on seeing Let's Plays. It's been really fun, and really scary, I guess, transferring to a new version, but hopefully you're all down with it and you like what's going on here. So we're level 29 now. I'm not sure if we'll get all the way to 30 before the zombies will run out, but that's good enough for me. We can, always get some XP from mining somewhere or something. There's XP sources available in the game, and you can always find those. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about, let's talk at least a little bit about the fact that the channeling and the access to a new way to get mob heads is really, really cool, because there are so many things in Minecraft which you just have to accept sometimes that, like, I'll never be able to do that. Like, guess what? There are these mob heads I accepted I'd never be able to do it. Having, like, mega beacons all over my world, so, like, an infinite coverage of beacons, right now that's just not possible within the amount of time I play Minecraft, which is, still pretty big, but, like, it's not the, literally dozens of hours just spent mining. I need to have mega beacons covering my entire world, but there are some things that you don't have to admit you're never happening. Oh geez, there are baby zombies that got out of the the spawner, I guess, because see, I made these mob spawners back when baby zombies weren't a real consideration, and that was my mistake, I guess. But, they give you XP, so it's all fine. So, we're level 29, we're basically all the way there. Like, seriously, look at that amount. All we have to do is, like, cook some meat, some potatoes, whatever has to be, happen for this to go past. In fact, let's throw those in there, and let's get that level 30, and let's get our very first ever level 30 trident enchantment. So, I only have 2 trident enchantments to get today, but, kind of take this as a brief tutorial, like a live brief tutorial, on how you can get the channeling enchantment to go, and if it does work, then hopefully good things follow it. So, yeah, if you want to, by the way, we're going to also need rain to happen for this to work. So, there's a lot of things that have to go right for this, but I'm down to try them all. So, while we do all of that, because today's Let's Play, and all of the Let's Plays, they're not just about what's going down in Minecraft, although that is always important, I feel like, but it's also about what's been going on with the toy cat, the cat, if you will, if you've been following the new Discord server, which has also been, like, a part of the week. I've been enjoying it, actually, like, seeing, I guess, toy cat memes and stuff. It's very weird, becoming the subject of a meme, I guess, but it's been an interesting experience, to say the least. Also, look how close level 30 is. I can taste it almost. I mean, if you can taste levels, then probably a bad sign. That's Symphonasia right there. Fun fact, actually. If you think you can taste colors, or you think you can hear feelings or whatever. There's a bunch of other examples of, like, getting the wrong sense from something. Then you might just have Symphonasia. Fun fact. Yeah, so, look at that. Look at that amount. This is basically taunting me. I think once all of this raw beef is cooked, we'll be there, we'll be ready, and we can start to move on with this. So, yeah, we're going to go to sleep, we're going to wake up, and then we're going to enchant our trident. I'm super nervous about this one, because I think... if it just gives me if it gives me Riptide, that's fun. If it just gives me Impaling, then I just have to admit that I'm terrible and I don't deserve anything. And if it gives me a Channeling, then, we're in for a good time. So, I think the best way to actually do this, because again, we've got 2 tridents right here, so I kind of get, like, a retry if everything goes horribly wrong. I think the best way to actually try this is to try this one first, and if it doesn't give me good enchantments, to switch it out for this one, go for a level 1 enchantment, and then retry on this. I think we could do that today, and see if we get that dream channeling enchantment. So, yeah, anyway, while we do that, oh, look at that thing right there. We're going to throw, like, the pigs in another furnace, just so we can get that a little bit closer. Because, yeah, I want to talk about a few things, which I guess have come up. First of all is the fact that, like, so Toy Cat, Let's Play Monday wasn't on a Monday last time. I mentioned it very briefly in the episode, but, like, I like the Let's Play, and I think it should be a weekly series all the time. But I think whenever an update comes out, it's fine to, like, throw in a few extra episodes, so... That's what I did right there, and that's what we'll probably do sometime again in the future. Like, again, whenever an update comes out, like, I'm more keen to play survival, because in this Let's Play world, the whole reason I go into Minecraft updates, the whole reason that I really care about them, is because I play a lot of survival, and I like to have these new features to play around with, and I know a lot of you are in the same boat, so it's important that I don't make videos to kind of help you know what's new in the update, what would you enjoy playing around with, but also to kind of speak about like, oh yeah, well, also you might want to try out, like show you me trying them out, because that's something I'm sure a lot of you enjoy. Look at that XP bar, and tell me that it's not taunting you, like looking you in the eye and telling you to do bad things. So anyway, with that said, we're just going to run over there right now. We're going to take the raw lamb out of the or the cooked lamb out of the furnace, and we're just going to accept that, we're either going to have it or we're not going to have it. So, yeah, let's talk about what I've been up to this past week, because it mostly has been, as always, I have these kind of weeks where it's like all about kind of chilling down from something, and this week was definitely one of those, because again, I've been really trying to just take some more time to really focus on making more YouTube videos, because it's something that I really enjoy, and whenever I take a break from it, I appreciate it more. But it was just like, I miss the days where I'd spend like a whole week or two just like powering through something, and I figured the aquatic update was like the best time to do that. So in case you're curious, I've been working a whole bunch on videos, both ideas and also things I'm doing, and also again, things for the future, because there's a bunch of like really interesting. Okay, if this doesn't get me there, then nothing will. There we go. It happened. Level 30. Let's go enchant. Will we get a disappointment, or will we get channeling first of all? Because if we get channeling, then that's the dream. But yeah, so I've been trying to, I guess, balance. It's weird. You get nostalgia about things you used to do, and with YouTube, it was like, I think now is the time to refocus a little bit more. Like put some time in, put that hour in, because again, it's sometimes when you do something like YouTube, it turns into a grind, and I always try to avoid that. But after a long time off the grind, you're like, I really want to have a deliberate amount of grinding on something. Like I think it's actually good sometimes. Like most people hate grindy games, but when it comes to like every now and then, there's a game that's like makes you want to grind more and more. Hopefully that made some sense to everyone. Maybe no one else feels that way. Maybe I'm the only one. So loyalty is a really good trident enchantment, and I would say, yeah, out of the three, it might come with the channeling. If it doesn't, we have to spend the rest of the episode trying to get XP. It's just loyalty. So actually, that's a pretty bad enchantment by itself, because you kind of need to pair it with unbreaking. Because, and this is cool. So, like, right now, I hope I got the right one. You throw a loyalty enchantment, and then it's going to magically come back all that time later. Look at that. That's actually pretty amazing. But again, the fact that it uses durability each time, and the fact that we don't have so much, and the fact that it's not so powerful by default, means it's of limited use, really. So, we'll go around tonight, and we'll throw this at some things. But in the meantime, I've got to check some other stuff. What we talk, because I'm going to go follow the rail to my little dolphin prison, see if that's caught anything. Although actually, I guess I don't really need dolphins anymore. But I'm gonna check the dolphin prison anyway, because the dolphin trap anyway, just to see how things are going. Because I think that's a good thing to do every now and then. Check on how your past builds are going. So yeah, basically I've been trying to spend a bit more time focused just on the YouTube thing, because I think it's really cool opportunity what I do here, and it's also one of the more fun things I can do. So yeah, deliberately, I like I said before, I think sometimes there are grinds that you are really annoying because you feel like you have to do them, but sometimes it's good to sit down and be like, I'm gonna try and get this level 100 done, and you're just like powering through it. And sometimes if you get into a real groove with it, you start to love things. And I was thinking it'd be cool to do that for YouTube. Like let's do the whole 2 videos every day with the little bonus ones every now and then with the extra live streams during the week. Let's do that. And even though I try to do the 2 videos different regardless, it's been more fun being able to again play around with. I want to say recent events, but whatever level of events you want to consider them. And yeah, it's been pretty great. So what I'm going to do here, because I do have a dolphin, I want to make a fairly small box for him and trap him in. Because dolphins, they currently don't have the right behavior. I think they're going to patch it in very soon, where they can climb over walls, or jump over walls, or whatever. So look at that, we've got dolphins over there too. So I think the best plan is to just freeze them over from the top. So we're actually going to look into all of these places. I think... yeah, there we go. If we can get the dolphin into that little corner there, that's going to be golden. Also, now the game is taunting me. If I had the channeling enchantment, I would actually have the new mopeds now. I'd have them. It'd be easy. It'd be done. But the game just doesn't think I deserve that. So yeah, we're going to grab some sand out here. We don't have much of it, so we'll use some stone too. Sure, why not? Actually, end stone, because it looks vaguely like sand, and we can just pretend it's sand. And hopefully people will just not notice. See? That's an easy solution. But yeah, I think every now and then it's important to even though because okay, sometimes you go through the logic of thinking oh well, things are so hard, so I'm just gonna stop doing things, whatever things happen to be in your case. Oh, there's some drowns down here. Okay, well that's scary, just a little bit. So yeah, we need to go find this dolphin. It's gone. Wait, did it despawn or did it jump over? I have problems believing either of those, to be honest. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to find dolphin. Both the dolphins despawn, but the drowned stayed. Oh no, there's the dolphin. So we need to get the dolphin into a corner. Okay, so we're going to kill the drowns because they do drop tridents as well as experience. 2 things I'm looking for right now. And yeah, we need to get the dolphin, which is currently doing its own thing, into the little corner there. And again, this is going to be a crazy tricky one. I do appreciate that. But we just need to try and lock the dolphin in a little box. So for instance, as soon as it goes over here, going to try and lock it in. And dolphins are one of the hardest mobs to try this with. And again, I feel a little bit mean because the dolphins... Oh, there we go. There we go. He's trapped himself in a corner. No, 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 dolphin. In there. See, I think he's just having fun playing with me, actually. Maybe if I just left him, I don't swim, then he'll prefer that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly... No, okay, he's gone outside my trap. So yeah, as you can see, trying to trap a dolphin in a little space is surprisingly tricky. But it's something I do want to do and try and do with that. But yeah, sometimes you go for the logic of thinking like, where things are so hard, and I'm not worth going through the challenge in life, so I'm going to do nothing. And it's a really, like it's a sound proposition. Like, yeah, things are hard, and the moment you stop doing things that you saw as hard, oh, baby drowned. That. The moment you stop doing things that you used to see as being hard, your life usually gets a little bit easier. But you can't always just like repeat that process. Ad infinitum, if you want to hear that in Latin. But you can't just repeat that process forever, like get rid of every tricky thing in your life, or you end up doing nothing, right? You end up just sleeping all day. And oh, get them! Come on, let's do this. Okay, so as long as we make it. Okay, I think I've done this now. Okay, so I'm using solid blocks just to be. I mean, that makes it harder to get rid of it if it's bad. But again, just make sure no dolphin escaping. How did it get out? Oh no, it's trapped in there. So again, this is a little bit on the animal cruelty side, but we will treat the dolphin right. We've just got to make sure he's properly locked away in a little box. And then, oh, I don't know if that's intentional or if my dolphin is just doing tricks. But is that not the cutest dolphin behavior you've ever seen? I think you'll find it is. But yeah, so as you can see, we locked a little dolphin away. But again, we're going to be using it only for good purposes. There's no monstrous behavior going on here. I'm not one of those monsters you hear about in other Toy Cat videos. And, oh, wait, no way that just happened. Okay, it's a different one. So yeah, we got a dolphin locked away. Now we want to decrease the size of the area that it is locked in. Preferably vertically, not horizontally. Although, either one works. But yeah, we're just going to slowly fill this area in a little bit more. Just like, don't worry, dolphin, it's cool. You don't like being in deep areas anyway. They need to breathe on a regular basis. Fun fact. Actually, most people do. But yeah, so a lot of people go for the logic of thinking like, oh yeah, they're jumping. No. They can jump out. I said they hadn't added the behavior yet. Apparently I was wrong. So if you want to keep dolphins inside somewhere, I knew that on the Java version they had this. Then make sure it's a block high. And as always, good example of how not to do things. Because now I just look like a mean dolphin trapper man. So yeah, we're going to try and lock it in on all these sides. And then convince the dolphin to come back here somehow. I think actually dolphins try to follow you. And we've got a little family of dolphins here. So we're just going to be like, hey dolphin friends, come with me. And you'll see a whole world of pure imagination. I think that's how that goes. Over here, dolphin friends. Over here. It's really good. And okay, dolphins, come back. So we've got a whole squad of dolphins now. Like the dolphin squad is the real... Okay, there we go. Then we're going to swim all the way into here. Try and get them to follow me. At least one should, right? At least... No, they don't believe in this place. Okay, we're gonna lower the walls. Okay, dolphins, come back. Dolphin squad. Come on, in here, dolphin squad. In the place. And then... Oh, they... This is a surprisingly tricky task. So yeah, this is like part 2 of my dolphin trap. But yeah, so sometimes you get into the logic of thinking that everything could be so much easier if you just remove tricky thing from your life. And I think it's true. Like, I think the list of things that you can argue are like difficult comes down to like a lot of the things you enjoy. There are very few... Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. No. Okay, we got a dolphin now. Okay, and then we have to make it 2 blocks tall. And that way a dolphin can't get out. So there we go. We learned our lesson. And now we've dealt with the previous issue. We've made them... Oh, wait. Should we get this one over there? So I'm going to try and... Wait, yeah. If we can just try and get these guys to climb over, maybe. But without letting that one out. So I'm going to block this one out without letting them in. Okay. This could go horribly wrong. I have made literally this same mistake just before. But it's all good. It's all good. As long as I stay here with my utmost attention, things should go wonderfully. We'll make it like a castle wall. Like the little things there. Okay, so as you can see, it's not cruel because we are using the dolphin for a good cause, but we have now locked away a dolphin, and I don't know what the despawning rules on it are, but I imagine as long as we keep him in a enclosed area, he shouldn't be able to despawn. Shouldn't is a weasel word though. But again, good enough for me. We got a dolphin, and look at that. So we'll come check on him later. I'll give you the updates on the dolphin despawning. Because again, on the Bedrock version, despawn rules are a little bit different. Not 1,000,000% sure of them, so let's get to test them. I just got hit by lightning, I think. Like, can you... That is a rare event, right? That's not a normal thing unless it's a Bedrock thing, right? Anyway, so we're going to fly off to bed. I'm going to mention the fact that, like, yeah, so it always seems so easy to be like, you know, the best thing in my life would be if I slept all day, every day. But, I mean, the reality is that's not actually a good thing. In fact, I feel like maybe this is just me. Maybe most people don't feel this way. But even though sleep is a great thing while you're sleeping, as soon as you wake up, or a little bit after you wake up, and you realize, like, oh yeah, well, I kind of wanted to get this done and that done, you're like, oh my god, sleep is such a horrible commitment. Like, you know, so I sleep on average something like 7 to 8 hours a night, and maybe you sleep 8 or 9. Like, let's just say 8 hours is the average. So you sleep for 8 hours a day. That is 1/3 of your waking day dedicated to just doing nothing, shutting your eyes, and just kind of like blanking out for a bit. Imagine if you described that to people who didn't sleep, and you're like, oh yeah, so I mean I need my sleep. They're like, do you really need your sleep? Yeah, I like to just go into bed, pass out, forget about it, wake up, and feel pretty... Because, you know, waking up is a terrible process. Getting to sleep is an annoying process. And the time in between, you don't feel. But it's like, yeah, I need it, though, you know? It's just like, it's important for my something, rather. And that's what I always thought was ridiculous, that, like... You know, it's kind of like, you know, a bunch of things, but, like, if this wasn't invented, would you invent it now? Like, you know, if marriage wasn't invented, would that come out of something nowhere? I mean, probably not, right? And same with a whole bunch of different concepts. Like, oh yeah, well, sleep, if it wasn't invented, would we go through the process? No, we just kind of do it because for some reason, our brains need to. And the crazy thing is that we still don't know for sure. Like, we don't have a absolute lock on why we even need to do it. We're just like, well, I mean, if you don't do it, bad things happen, so... Let's avoid them bad things, eh? And I've always thought that is the wackiest thing about the human condition. Because honestly, like all the most most functional people in the world, like, you know, people who actually get stuff done, like heads of states, like channeling in 3 levels. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a challenge. We're gonna go to the Nether because there's so much more Nether quartz to mine, and I guarantee in no time we'll be back with yeah, in no time we'll be back and we'll have our channeling enchantment. So that has got me excited. That's got me ready. I shouldn't have really been spending time on the dolphin when I should be getting this channeling. But you know, now we have a dolphin trap. Now we have a dolphin who is eternally loyal to us. We'll make him part of the crew sometime soon. We'll like have him hang out with all the dogs. But yeah, so I know sleep is so crazy, and the fact that you're ruined when you don't get like. I don't understand for sure why it is that no sleep... Like, we can't work out what sleep actually does for the brain. All we can say is that, yeah, even though it doesn't make any sense, you do still need to get it, because if you don't, horrible things happen to your brain. It's like, you know, I feel like we should have a better understanding of this thing that is apparently so fundamental to literally everyone and everything. So, anyway, that's just a thing. I think I'm going to try and fly across there. I'm really scared to fly over the Nether, because it's lava down below. So we're going to start our flight path over here. Because a lot of the time on Bedrock, the literage doesn't work correctly. And if you do that above lava, bad things are going to follow. But yeah, so we're just going to look around and mine these piles of Nether quartz. Because we've got a enchantment without... I can't use this one because it's got Silk Touch on, so we got a second one for this. And we should just be able to like get there in no time at all. Pro tip, if you ever want to get fast XP and you don't have a mob farm, I do have a mob farm, but like it's not so fun for videos, right? My pro tip is always like, just go ahead, go into the Nether. You'll find Nether quartz everywhere, and especially if, like me, you now have an infinite Nether, you can always keep track of that. And if you don't, then turn on coordinates. They're not a cheat, fun fact. And, oh my gosh, and then you can do it that way. Isn't that nice? But yeah, I've been thinking a whole bunch about this, a lot about this week, about sleep, because I've been, again, so, one of the interesting things about, I don't know if this is just about internet work in general, or if it's about YouTube, but most YouTubers have horrific sleep patterns. If you ever look at, like, YouTubers on Twitter, or wherever you follow them, I'm a Twitter guy, personally. If you're not a Twitter person, and you think, like, oh, that's just not for me, sign up for it, by the way. This is something I feel a little bit strongly about, because a lot of people just say, like, oh, I don't have insert social media here. Oh, go, okay. Glad my elixir worked that time. A lot of time people just say, like, oh yeah, I don't have social media, and, you know, why not get it? But the truth is, like, unless you literally don't like any social media, which is a really respectable position, I feel like you should be able to, like, if you're willing to sign up for, like, one social media, I don't think it's a good reason not to sign up for the rest, besides like, oh, I spend so much time on the ones I have already. But even then, if it's like, if you like YouTube, the other half of YouTube is Twitter. Like, I can't think of any other social media that's as closely related to YouTube as Twitter is. And if you think, to prove this point, there's a new feature on YouTube called Posts. I don't use it, even though I probably should. In fact, maybe I'll get into that sometime. There's a new feature on YouTube called Posts, where you can just post information, basically tweets, but to your YouTube audience. But the reason that came into being is because so many YouTubers, you basically have to follow a YouTuber on Twitter to kind of see what's going on between videos. Because even though I post twice a day, lots of videos are either recorded out forward or it's not necessarily a life update. Like, you don't know, for instance, that I had some pretty bomb breakfast this morning. Got some cheese, got some cheese with some toast, and I've been cooking avocado. In fact, I bought 2 avocados because I heard it's a rich person thing to do, and I saw they were cheap, and I was like, oh, look at me, I'm eating avocado toast. You don't know that because you don't follow it, and I think that's fine if you're like entry level into someone. But there's a lot of people who like are super fans but don't know their favorite YouTubers, and it's like, oh yeah, I only follow them on Instagram or Snapchat, Pinterest or whatever. And it's like, I feel like all the other social medias to follow any YouTuber on, like even the ones I have, like, don't follow my Facebook, don't follow this or that, this is a bad ad. But I feel like following Twitter is such a key thing, because also, especially in the realm of like this place, it's like, oh yeah, you also hear announcements about updates early, and it's a similar thing with the Discord. I feel like if you want to talk to other Toycat fans, or like you just want to talk about Toycat, or you want to see Toycat memes, that is the place right there. Like, I know, I like, one of the things I like to do with social media is kind of like evaluate its real use of it, like what it really adds to my life. Because the one thing that scares me about social media is how they all don't have any intention, or at least what makes them popular is not what they can do for you, it's how much of your time they can absorb. If your friends are on something and it will absorb your time, you'll be there forever. Like, the number of people that are on Facebook for hours a day, it's depressing, right? Like, if you spend 15 minutes on Facebook a day, you feel like, wow, where did those 15 minutes go? Imagine people who spend like hours on there, right? And you're like, oh, yeah, what did I just do? I just saw a bunch of low quality, video rips from YouTube with emojis at the top and bottom and black bars running it. Or like, sometimes you see videos of single, pictures on Facebook. Like, my point being is that social media exists to take your time, not to necessarily add to your life. And that's actually why YouTube is changing their subscription box soon. Because again, like, you get more time if you take away people's choice. But I think the real value that I tried to get, and maybe I'm wrong with my judgments on this, is like, what does a social media add to your life? And I think the answer to all of them is like, probably not that much. I think if you're not on any social media, you are missing something. Like, there's like an internet culture that for some reason everyone is a part of, and if you don't have any peek into that, then you're going to be missing at least something. But I will say, as far as like, okay, so this is probably the way back. I will say, as far as all the social medias go, Snapchat's the one that I thought, oh gosh, that was scary. Snapchat is the one that I feel like is least useful, because you can't ever have anything stay there. You're just sending something to someone one time, and that's it. Is this the same? This is the same stronghold I left from. How handy. But yeah, Snapchat's like, just like, you want to share something right now. It's good for sharing. I don't think it's good for receiving Snapchat. Personally, that's my take on things. Facebook's got the problem being all about stealing content, corporate, and it, like, even if it's like legit content on there, the standards on Facebook kind of lower things for everyone. YouTube is really, really great when you're careful with what you watch. There's a lot of times you get into like a hate party of like watching. You watch a channel because you don't really like it and you want to see what's going on there, then you like go down that binge. That's a bad thing in my opinion, but it's got like, I think YouTube adds a bunch to my life. Like, I learn new things, and it's a useful thing in that way. I think Twitter is the same also. Like, you can get a live feeling of what's going on right now across any social circle you want. You can be like, I want to know what's going on with YouTubers. I got that. And someone who follows other YouTubers that I know, sometimes ones that I watch, some just other famous people that I'm like, I'd like to keep up to date with them. It's a cool little thing. So yeah, anyway, that sounds like a big ad for my Twitter. I swear, like, follow whoever you want on Twitter. It's really just saying, if you don't have a Twitter, like, if you have Twitter and you don't follow me, don't worry. You've clearly made that decision. I don't care. That's cool. But if you don't have a Twitter account, this is my like big ad for like, it's probably a good place to be. It's in terms of if you feel like you want to see the other half that a lot of people see, that a lot of people watch the same YouTubers you see, that's how you can get it. Or maybe what happens in the next like year, because I said earlier, I'm going to try and post more to the YouTube posts. Maybe Twitter gets redundant because of that. But yeah, social media ads, it's really, really tricky to discern what you get and what you don't get from any social media. But I think if everyone did it, we'd probably have a better system. Or maybe we wouldn't. Maybe no social media would exist. Because once you really start to think about it, every single social function is covered by one messenger. Like if you just had Skype, or everyone has Facebook Messenger, or WhatsApp, or Viber, or whatever competing standards going on there, then everyone could be happy that way. So I just got channeling on this trident. That's two pretty unlucky tridents. But now, if it is a thunderstorm, I can channel said thunderstorm onto my trident. And that's probably not going to happen this episode. I mean, we got like 0 to 2 minutes there. So probably not happening. But next time, or very soon in the future, I'm going to get all the legit mob heads in survival. It's going to be great. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope I said something coherent about social medias. I sometimes struggle with like both focusing on gameplay and getting stuff done, but it's a skill I'm learning. Another skill I'm learning is trying to talk a little bit with better emphases and pauses and breaks and stuff. So let me know if you spot that across the channel. Leave me a compliment. It makes me feel better about it if you do ever spot it, because I don't. Yeah, I think everyone feels better when they receive like positive affirmation that something's gone well. And yeah, besides that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from it, or at the very least, enjoyed your time here today. Because I'll see you all next week, or maybe before, because I really want to. I can't wait a whole week just to get these sharp things going. So yeah, I'll see you all in the near future. Goodbye.